When I was in Berlin, the basic context is that we were a specialty platoon that was assigned to the infantry, and you would go down to this thing, you would deploy down to the Combat Maneuver Training Center. And I was a young officer, and most of the people had been hand-selected for my platoon, and we were full of ego, and we were chest-pounding, knuckle-dragging. We're going to the field, we're going to work with the infantry, we're going to work with the Army, or the armor. And, you know, when I look back on it, I can't even quantify the amount of ego that was into that, but we're just going to go out there, we're going to kick ass, we're going to take names. And we got down there, we did okay, but we were missing equipment, or we didn't think of this situation. You know, that cockiness, that ego as a young officer, because you wanted to prove yourself, you didn't detach. You didn't sit back and go, okay, what is success here? What do we need to do to lead up to the training, to, you know, this big culminating exercise? And it was a really humbling experience, because we had been talking smack the whole time about how great we were going to be supporting, and we got some compliments, but most of the time it was like this, you know, the Army version of nice feedback, like, what were you thinking? You know, what it drove in us was like, the proof is in your actions. And ego has no part of that. Thinking and planning and training has everything to do with it. If you really do want to be the best, you've got to put in the time, you've got to put in the planning, you've got to put in the training, you've got to put in the rehearsals. And the next time we went down, we actually were selected as the best unit of our type to come through the Combat Maneuver Training Center in 3 years. But it all stemmed from the embarrassment of our egos getting in the way the first time. And you know, when you think you're great, and then all of a sudden you get humbled in the hardest way in the military, as painful as that is, in the moment, you didn't think how beneficial it was going to be. But it turned out to be the absolute best thing to happen to us, and it absolutely needed to be done. And I was so grateful for it.